Yo, we out here in Kenzo. What's your name, dear?
My name's Elena.
Nice to meet you, Elena. So you can stay focused in here, right, love? Yeah, Elena, how old are you?
I'm 38.
All right, 38. When is your birthday?
May 16th. May 16th.
Okay, May
Taurus.
16th. Taurus? Oh, I was just going to ask you what sign is that. Yo, shout out to the Taurus. Show your sign some love. What was the best birthday gift you ever got?
Ooh, I don't know if I really got birthday gifts, come to think of it, but, oh, okay, well, bittersweet, but I got engaged my 19th birthday, sorry, in New York City. Yeah, my fiance proposed to me in a horse-drawn carriage at Central Park, the whole nine. It was nice. It was really sweet. It was special, yeah.
So you said New York. Mm-hmm. Where are you from originally?
I'm originally from California, but I grew up mostly here, central Pennsylvania, like up by Penn State, where Penn State's at,
Tell us a little bit about your childhood. Take us down memory lane.
It was, I had a great childhood in some ways and a kind of fucked up childhood in others, my mom, she was just one of those moms that wasn't really, some people are, they're just not born to be, you can tell they just don't have it in them to be, they don't have that natural, parental instinct. She was very cold and distant, and she got abusive as I got older, well, when I was young too, but then my aunt and uncle, they took me in and they were wonderful,
What happened to your dad? I'm sorry. Yeah, let it out, dear. Let it out. This is real deal. Tell us, open your heart.
My uncle, he passed, while I was down here screwing around. My dad, he died when I was 19, so my uncle was like my stepdad, he raised me too. He became, my best friend, and I lost both of them while I was here.
Yeah. Addiction definitely takes a lot from you. Yeah, let's talk about school. How far you went in school?
I went to college. I went to college a few times actually. I really liked school, and Penn State was up there, where I grew up. So I got lucky, and I was able to go. I had to drop out of school young because I got pregnant, and it was a lot. It was too much for me, with the newborn. So I ended up, and they wanted to hold me back another year, and I was just like, I already had been held back a year, from doing drugs and screwing off. So I wasn't doing that. And I dropped out, but luckily I was able to go straight to college. So I ended up going even earlier than I would have if I graduated.
Hold on a second. All right, good. So yeah, mic check, talk. Yeah, I think.
Mic check.
Okay, I can
mic
hear
check.
You. Yeah, take off where we left off at, if you can remember, because I forgot. Your child, school.
Yeah, school. Yeah, I ended up dropped out after 8th grade, but then I just went straight to Penn State. I think the next summer, so it worked out for me. I was doing painkillers. Whenever, my aunt and uncle, they took me in, my aunt, she had a lot of health problems and she was on painkillers. And I started taking them, I didn't really understand, the full depth of what I was doing or, the repercussions, unfortunately. But, I would just take them here and there, and it helped me get, escape, the issues I was dealing with. I used it like a coping mechanism without realizing that's what I was doing, and it just one thing led to another, and you end up, like a lot of girls end up with a guy that isn't, wants to get high and pushes it on you, and that's how that went down. So I did say no, I avoided heroin, and I had a boyfriend that was doing it behind my back and just was always like, oh, let's try heroin, let's do heroin. And I was like, no. And he's like, why? You'll like it. And I was like, I know I'll like it. That's why I don't want to do it, because I'll like it a lot, and it's the problem. But after 2 years of pressuring me, like I got to a weak point where I was dealing with a lot. I got fired. I felt like I had nothing left, and I was drinking. And he, talked me into trying it, and that was kind of a wrap.
And
It's awful.
Where is he? Where is he at?
Where was he at?
No, the guy. Where is he at now in life?
Oh, he's here. Actually, we dated, this was about 20 years ago that we dated. About 2 years into our relationship, I caved and tried it, and we struggled, him much more so than me. Like, I was able to function and maintain, and I could quit. But I would take other things, methadone, Suboxone, whatever, but eventually he went to rehab, and we got cut off from each other because and the next thing I know, I find out he's getting married, and it was devastating to me because I had, stuck by his side for 7 years. I gave up a lot. I gave up a lot for him, and I took care of him. I worked, I lost a lot, and I was waiting for him to get clean and marry me, and then he just does it for some other girl he knew for 3 months, and it's hard.
Yeah, I'm sorry that happened to you. That's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
It'll make you go into deep depression.
Yeah, absolutely. And I did spiral. I ended up, getting worse with my addiction while he was away. But eventually my little brother passed away from an overdose, and I quit. And I got some good clean time.
It's all right, love. Cry all you want.
And I got, I think, 8 years clean after that. And then I actually ended up reconnecting with the guy. Like, I had been with another guy who, I didn't really seem interested in me, didn't want me around. I felt rejected. So when he came back from, his wife, like they split up, he came back around, and just because I was so lonely, I ended up back with him, and then I relapsed, with him, and now actually we're both here. So we split up, for all that time, 15 years. We ended up coming back together, and I relapsed, same thing. It kind of pushed me into getting high again, and we were coming down here, to cop and get stuff, and he crashed my car and totaled it, and just like everybody else, like, you don't ever think that you'll end up here, and you don't ever think you'll end up stuck here, but it's so easy. It's like it's crazy, I went to college, I was working in engineering, I had been clean, I had a good life, I had a house, the cars, everything, and now I'm homeless, down here, addicted. And
what is it like being you? If I could walk in your shoes for a day, tell me, what is it like?
It's weird. I mean, I'm down here. It's just, I guess, like a whole other world. This place is like nothing you'll ever see anywhere. I've been all over the country. I'm from California. I travel back and forth a lot, and I've never seen anything like this. And it's bizarre.
Don't they got Skid Row in California? Skid Row, don't.
Oh yeah, Skid Row is similar, but I'll tell you, this is different. This has got its own little idiosyncrasies that you just are not. It's just crazy. Like the trank, I think, and just the environment. Like, it's more open. Skid Row, like this reminded me a lot of Skid Row when I originally came. Now it's changing too, but last time I was in Skid Row, it was actually cleaner and nicer than Kensington, at least a year ago, Kensington. Now Kensington's starting to clean up too, so.
Think so?
It seems to be. I'm not sure. I think maybe they're just kind of pushing people into the fringes here and like out into even the residential areas, which is unfortunate because at least down here on Kensington, it's a commercial area. Like, going into the residential areas, like, breaks my heart because people it's just shit, like needles. We don't need that shit around the kids, and people already like judge us and hate us, and unfortunately, it's really easy for a few to ruin it for everyone, because when you have kids and you see a bloody needle out on your front step, like, oh my God, these people are like better people than me, because I would I get mad when people judge me and treat me like shit, but I think about that kind of stuff, and it's like, God bless them, for not killing me.
Right. So let's talk about, we about to wrap things up. What drugs are you struggling or using out here currently?
Well, I actually just got out of jail, and I got clean, obviously, in there. I came out, and I used, but I feel more clear-headed, and I'm planning to go to rehab. I'm looking into that. But I use, fentanyl, trank, a little bit of ice. Yeah, I smoke. I used to shoot up, but I quit. I was tired of getting robbed, and it just feels, it's too close to death. That feeling is way too close to death for me. When you wake up, and it's not like a deep sleep even. You just feel.
What do you dream about when you're in that state? Like, where does it take you?
Like literally dream
because people be out. I see them out cold, like going. Where do that? Where does it take you?
It's just it really does feel like it feels like death. I mean, I've had sleep issues. I've been on sleeping meds, and I've been down. But I've had surgery. I've been on anesthesia. But this is just it's a place that's too far. It's creepy. You even get cold like you're dead, and I just don't ever want to feel that again. And it's scary. I've seen people die, and I've resuscitated people, and it's too much. It's scary. Right now I'm homeless, and it's wild. I've been here a few winters, and this winter it's freezing. It's so cold. And
where do you go to stay warm?
Right now, actually, we have a friend who has a place in a shipping container. We were lucky enough that we had the money to rent a room the first 2 nights I was home from jail. But other than that, I honestly just walk around. I just keep walking, because if I stop, I'm afraid. Honestly, I'm afraid I'll die. It's so cold in my feet and my hands.
You got to keep moving, right?
It's terrible, yeah.
What do you miss most about being a mom?
My son, luckily, he's grown and he's in college and he lives on his own. He's in a dorm, but I miss everything about it.
You look so young, by the way. You don't even look like you'll have a child. That's how young you look.
I mean, it's crazy to say that because Kensington aged me so bad, and that's something I'm real insecure about.
How much you used to weigh before? Because you told me you lost a lot of weight.
Oh yeah, I weighed about 230 or 240 probably when I came down here. I ended up with, I was in the hospital. I went septic, which is weird. I didn't smoke, but fentanyl is so acidic and caustic, and it's easy to. And there's no running water down here if you're homeless. No public bathrooms. I got MRSA easily. So I was septic. I had Shigella. I had pneumonia. And I was actually, I couldn't walk for about 3 or 4 months. I was paralyzed. I was in a wheelchair. I had wasting syndrome, or wasting disease, where my muscles atrophied and my body was eating all my healthy tissues. So I lost. Now, when I went into jail, I was about, I think, 101, and I gained some weight in there, luckily, but still, I think I'm about 120, which is, I lost almost half, my whole body weight.
Got you. Tell us about your experience in jail. We to the end. What was it like being in jail with a dope habit?
Philly, I went into Philly and then I was extradited, but Philly, now they put you on a maintenance program right away, and they are really overly cautious because they've had a lot of deaths. People have been dying from withdrawal in the jail, so they woke me up and took me to the hospital right away. I'm not sure why. I might have been seizing. I might have been throwing. I don't know. They just woke me up and said, you're going to the hospital, which was weird because jails usually avoid that. But they took me in and they tapered me on methadone there, so it wasn't so bad. But when I was extradited, they didn't have any meds there, and I was still feeling it after a month and a half. You get the post-acute withdrawal, and I definitely was feeling that. But it's hard, and I felt bad because there was a lot of people going through it worse than me, and like I said, people have been dying. I know somebody personally who died in jail here in Philly from withdrawal, and it's rough. The trank is, you know, kind of unprecedented, and a lot of jails don't know how to treat that, or, you know, a lot of hospitals don't know how to treat it. I wanted to come back and get my boy, my ex, whatever you want to call him. I really wanted to get him, and kind of regretting it now because he's an asshole, but he said he'd go to rehab with me, so I'm hoping we can work that out as soon as I get a phone. It's just hard. Everything's harder down here. It's crazy.
And it's going to keep getting harder when you're on drugs. Life gets harder on drugs.
I was thinking about that on the walk down here. I was scared because I started getting sick again already, and I'm afraid that every day that you stay here it gets harder and harder to actually make that decision and get out.
Yeah. Yep. The more you stay in this quicksand, the deeper you go there. All right, so let's wrap things up. What are your short-term goals now?
Just get to rehab and, you know, get to a place where my son can respect me again and where I can respect myself, you know, and get a job. Like, that's so big. Like, I feel useless, you know, I'm not working.
What are all jobs you had in the past?
I was a nurse, and I worked in piezoelectric engineering, and I guess that's about it. I had a lot of nursing jobs, and you know, I worked for Penn State. So.
What all have you lost due to your addiction? What all has it taken from you?
I lost everything. I feel like, you know, I lost all my potential. You know, I felt like when I was younger, I had a lot of potential, and I've just been on drugs so long. I lost all my relationships. You know, I wasn't there when my grandma, my uncle, my dad, my stepdad, you know, when they passed. And I'll never forgive myself for that.
Well, I can tell you how you can forgive yourself. You can forgive yourself by stop using drugs. They'll be very happy, and they'll take that as as a forgiveness. You getting your life together.
I hope so. You know, it's just. And that's the thing, is like getting clean, even though it was in jail, like it really made me realize that I can do it, you know, and I got to see what I was like sober, because I really don't know myself, and I liked a little bit of who I saw, so I'm excited.
Gotcha.
And I think it'll help me, you know, get clean.
Right. All right, so yeah, Elena, thank you so much for this video. We really appreciate you opening your heart, and hopefully your story can save somebody out there, and we can stop this shaming and judging.
Absolutely.
Before we take flight, if your friends and your family see this video, what message would you like to send to them?
I'm sorry, and I love you.
Okay. And what do you got planned for the rest of your day?
I'm going to go try to find my boyfriend. I'm going to try to go to the store, and I'm going to try get in touch with the rehab, you know, to look up that info, find somebody that'll let me use a phone.
Well, you can use my phone. All right, and there's rehab services. We got resources.
Yeah, I saw there was a bunch of people, you know, outreach specialists out. I just saw them, so yeah.
So yeah, thank you once again, dear. And before we take flight, if you had one wish, what would you wish for?
Man, I just wish that no kid would ever suffer to the point where they feel they need drugs to cope.
Yes, that's right. Okay, AML family, spell your name for us so that way I won't spell your name wrong.
You did last time. E-L-E-N-A.
E-L-E-N-A. All right. So, fam, don't be bitter, be better. Until next time, we out there. I forgot to ask you one last thing. If people want to reach out to you to help you, how can they reach out to you? Do you have an email or something?
Yeah, it's ELENA-PSU, like Penn State University, at just ElenaPSU@gmail.com.
Okay, cool. We're going to stay connected. Don't be bitter, y'all. Be better. We out there. Peace out.